You wake up when your body's ready. No alarm, no schedule, no place you need to be, no boss waiting on you. You sit up, stretch, and ask yourself one question. What should I do today? For 99% of human history, this wasn't hypothetical. This was every single morning for roughly 300,000 years. Modern humans spend about 90,000 hours of their lives working. That's a third of your waking existence. But for most of human history, jobs didn't exist. No employment, no wages, no career ladder to climb. In 1963, archaeologist Richard Lee tracked the daily life of the Jew/Hoansi people in Botswana. He found adults spent about 17 hours a week getting food. The rest of the time, they did whatever they wanted. This same pattern shows up everywhere: the Hadza, the Ashe, the Martu. You probably work double what they did. Different continents, different environments, same result: 15 to 20 hours a week spent on survival. So, how do we know ancient humans lived this way too? The answer comes from bones. Farmers' skeletons show nutritional deficiency and arthritis. Their teeth were riddled with cavities from grain-heavy diets, and they died younger. Ancient hunter-gatherer skeletons tell a different story. Taller, stronger, healthier teeth, less joint damage. Their bones prove it. They were doing less repetitive labor, not more. And then there's the evidence that shouldn't exist if survival was a constant struggle: art. In Chauvet Cave, France, paintings 30,000 years old show horses and lions with real shading and movement, not for food, for meaning. In South Africa, 100,000-year-old shell beads were found, drilled by hand, carried 40 kilometers round trip, just to look good. In Germany, a 40,000-year-old flute was carved from a vulture bone, 5 perfectly spaced finger holes. Someone understood music, so let's reconstruct a normal day. You wake at dawn. The fire from last night is still smoldering. Breakfast is social. Leftover meat, some berries, people talking and planning loosely. Not because they have to, because that's what humans do. A small group might leave to hunt, but you don't go every day. If there's food stored, you might not leave camp at all. Humans are persistence hunters. We track animals at a steady jog for hours until they overheat and collapse. The hunt might take 3 to 6 hours. By early afternoon, the productive part of the day is basically over. What happens next is what modern people find hardest to understand. Nothing and everything. People rest, sit in the shade, talk, play with children, groom each other, reinforcing bonds. In a world with no money, no police, no contracts, your survival depends entirely on your relationships. Then the sun sets, and something remarkable happens around the fire. Anthropologist Polly Wiesner found that at night, 81% of conversations shifted to stories: myths, ancestors, jokes, faraway adventures. This, researchers argue, is where human culture was actually born. Gods, spirits, the past, the future, things you can only think about when your stomach is full and you feel safe. And they didn't sleep the way you do. Before artificial light, humans slept in 2 phases. First sleep, a wakeful hour in the dark. Then, second sleep. Then, about 10,000 years ago, something changed. Humans began planting seeds and domesticating animals. Agriculture is a trap. Once you start farming, you can feed more people. And more people means you need more food. Within a few generations, populations exploded, and there was no going back. You were locked in. Farming required far more labor: plowing, planting, defending crops. And with bigger populations came specialists, soldiers, administrators, and eventually, jobs. By the time we built cities, the original human lifestyle was gone, replaced by schedules and obligations. Today, you spend 90,000 hours working. They woke up every morning already free, already enough, with nothing to prove to anyone. You make art if you can find time after your job. They made art because they had time. We're not a different species. We just traded freedom for food security, leisure for population growth, time for productivity.